Hi everybody, this is Jason Walker, the percussionist for Hard Swimmin Fish, and I've had a lot of people come up to me after shows and ask a bit about the instruments that I'm playing on stage and how I get the variety of sounds that I use in our show. And I've even had a number of people say that they've purchased some of these instruments for their own use, so I thought I'd do some little online tutorials and so people could figure out how to use these instruments effectively in creating their own grooves. So today I'm going to start with the main instrument in my rig. This is the cajon. And the cajon has a few different origins. There's a Cuban tradition, a Spanish tradition, and a Peruvian tradition, to name a few. And this particular instrument that I'm using is of the Spanish variety, which means that aside from just being a wooden box, inside there are snares that run along the face of the instrument, so it gives it kind of a rattle sound. And most of what I'm doing in Hard Swimmin Fish is incorporating ideas that I'd normally be playing on a drum set and employing techniques that I often use on congas so that I can get the various sounds out of the cajon. So we're going to start today with a very basic backbeat idea. And to get the sounds out of your cajon, we have two main sounds that we're using. We're using a bass and a snare sound. That'll create that backbeat feeling that we normally have on our drum set. So to get the bass sound, you want to take your hand and keep it completely flat, and you're going to take the heel of your palm and make sure it's inside the rim of the drum. I have little hands drawn here, so that helps. So we take our hand and place it flat against the head of the drum. You pick it up, play it so that the whole surface of your hand strikes and leaves the drum at the same time. You want to be able to get this sound with both hands. So sometimes we like to go back and forth just so that you can get an even-handed sound. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now as you play these instruments, you want to be as relaxed as possible. So you only want enough strength in your hand to keep that flat surface. You don't need to stretch too tight. If you do, you're just going to stress out your wrists and your hands, and it's going to be less effective while you're playing. So just enough strength to keep the hand flat. Just place it against the drum and that'll help you find your space. The other voice that we use on the cajon mainly is our snare sound. And to do that, I play from just above my neckline to the end of my fingertips. Again, nice loose fingers. And this line matches with the edge of the top edge of the cajon. Again, we want to keep our hands nice and loose, everything relaxed. That's going to help with the fluidity of our playing, and it'll certainly help when we get to issues of tempo or speed. So, we have our basses, and we have our snare. Always start your playing with a little warm-up of just getting your sounds, and then a little some sets of 4 just to make sure that your hands are staying loose and that you're getting a consistent sound between your basses and your snares and between your right and your left hand. Now, the very basic beat that we work from, again coming from the idea of assimilating a drum set sound, is our backbeat. And for that, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I'm using my left hand because often I'll be playing a cymbal with my right hand, and I'll be getting to that in just a minute. But if you want to alternate hands, you can do 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or you can switch and do a right hand lead. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm going to incorporate the cymbal so that you can hear what it sounds like when I've added the cymbal sound and we're playing our backbeat on our cajon. So again, borrowing from the drum set idea and then incorporating a ride cymbal into the setup, helps to keep the fluidity of the rhythm going and tie everything together. Now, with our backbeat, again we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 on our cajon. Bass, snare, bass, snare, bass, snare, bass, snare. When we add the ride cymbal moves twice as fast, or 2 beats for every 1 beat on the cajon. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Bass, snare, bass, snare. And for every bass, there's 2 strikes to the ride cymbal, and for every snare, again, 2 strikes to the ride cymbal. I also include a tambourine on my foot, much like a hi-hat on a regular drum set. And I play that on the 2 and the 4, so the tambourine, or the hi-hat, corresponds with the snare. So we have bass, snare, bass, snare, bass, snare, bass, snare. 1, 2, 3, 4. We add the cymbal twice as fast. Here we go. And 1, 2, and 4, and 2. This is a beat that you'll find on our tunes like Knocking at Your Door or Call My Name. So check out this next video and you can see this beat in action.